Hello, Purple Rosa here, and I'm continuing on in Western Skyrim. And after learning from the smuggler in the main quest that they were taking the items outside of Solitude to some sort of abandoned lodge, Lyris said she would meet us there, and we hopefully find the answers of who this mysterious Breton is that took the Nord people with him who were looking for work. And yeah, have to find out where he's taking them. What's this place? It's random. Thought it would be to the lodge. I'm pretty sure this mysterious Breton is a vampire. And he was somehow convinced or charmed, mesmerized people to get them to follow him. So this is the lodge. Where's Lyris? She's not here yet, I guess. Ah, it's a small lodge. Very small. Gorn. Okay. Just search a bit. Letter to the Pentarch. Pentarch Zaros. Preparations are complete, my Breton brother. We are ready to begin the ritual. Send the latest shipment to Kilkreath Temple. Sister Amber will put everything to good use. You have done well. Await my next command. Ah. My Breton brother. So whoever this R is, maybe they're a Breton as well? So find Lyris. She's over here, I think. Yep, there she is.
Over here, partner.
You killed someone? Why?
All I found were these reachmen stalking the pass. Decided they'd rather die than talk, so I obliged. They don't look like they're from Ice Reach, but they are wearing the Coven's medallions. Anyway, did you find the lodge?
The lodge was empty, but I found a letter for the Breton. Orders to send the shipment to Kilkreath.
Kilkreath? The temple to Meridia? Why would the Ice Reach Coven target a local Daedra cult?
Ah, Meridia. The letter said they were ready to start the ritual as soon as they received the shipment.
Damn, we're running out of time. I'll head back to Solitude and try again to warn High King Svargrim. You go to Kilkreath Temple and alert Meridia's priests. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Warn the priest, shouldn't I attempt to stop the ritual?
You'll be going up against the Coven by yourself. Warn the priests. If there's an opportunity to safely stop or delay the ritual, by all means, but don't take any unnecessary chances. I still don't want to lose another partner. Good luck.
You won't lose me. I'm resilient. I'll see you at Kilkreath Temple after you warn the High King. So where's Kilkreath? Ah, I'm right next to it. Let's continue. And warn these priests. So they plan to do a ritual at the Meridian Temple. I wonder if Meridia's involved in this somehow. I don't trust Meridia. She has her own agenda.
A disaster has befallen Kilkreath Temple.
It's Fenorian! I just saw that shadow, I'm like, it's a vampire! But it's Fenorian! We meet again.
It's good to see you again, but what are you doing here? Have you followed the Draugr-kin's plunder to this hold too?
I was sent to warn the temple priests and find evidence to the Icereach Coven for the Queen.
I'm sorry, but you're too late. The Coven unleashed their Harrow Storm, and now vampires and Harrow fiends are everywhere. Still, meeting you again is fortuitous. We worked well together, and I could use your help tracking down the Draugr-kin plunder.
Yeah, we met him in Unhallowed Grave and helped him put a stop to what they were doing there, but they still took the urns with the ashes in it. What's that about Draugr-kin plunder?
The Draugr-kin were smuggling remains out of Bankarai and sending them here by way of Sentinel. The cargo arrived in Solitude, but it wasn't clear who the shipments were for until I followed them here. They were destined for the Icereach Coven.
I was tracking the shipments as well. That's what led me here to warn the priests. But we're too late.
The temple. There may be survivors who could use your help. Meanwhile, if we can learn more about the ritual, we may be able to determine a way to stop them. At the very least, we need to figure out where they plan to strike next.
What do you need me to do?
I could use your help to examine the strange pikes erected around the temple. Harrow fiends and vampires roam the area, making it difficult to get close. Hence the need for your assistance. You see, I'm not that confident in my combat prowess.
Oh, but you're a vampire. You can move faster than I can. What exactly happened at Kilkreath Temple?
The Icereach Coven performed a ritual that unleashed a Harrow Storm on the temple. It struck without warning and evaporated as quickly as it began. But in its wake, it left behind Harrow fiends. Innocent priests and pilgrims transformed into monsters.
What's a Harrow Storm?
That's what I heard the Icereach Coven call the storm that struck Kilkreath Temple. It's magical in nature. The result of some sort of ritual performed by the witches. I'm still investigating, but I think the Harrow fiends are a byproduct of the storm.
Yep, we learnt that in the prologue quest. But yeah, me and Fenorian. Okay, let's go, Fenorian. We're a team now. I just wanna, before we continue. Oh, there's a bristleback. I wanna see the view. What we know about Fenorian is he is a healer and an alchemist, so not being confident in his combat prowess, as he said, makes sense. Whereas me, I'm confident in my combat abilities.
Look! A priest of Meridia! Maybe they can tell us more about what happened at the temple.
Maybe. This priest. You think so? I have to examine the pikes.
Please, can anybody help us?
Oh, look at this. What happened?
I could use your help to examine a strange...
Okay, I have to examine some witch pikes. Yeah, I'll do this quest.
Oh, thank Meridia! The priests and pilgrims of Kilkreath Temple. We need assistance. A great and terrible storm struck, and so many of us were lost.
What's Kilkreath Temple?
A temple dedicated to Meridia, the Lady of Light. Pilgrims come from across Skyrim to pray and seek blessings, especially at this time of the year. Please, talk to Priest Bavian. You'll find her in the nearby cave, tending to the injured.
Who's Priest Bavian?
She's the ranking priest, after High Priest Varkor. But we haven't seen the High Priest since the storm hit. Bavian led a group of us to safety. There are more priests and pilgrims out there. If you're willing to help, please talk to Bavian.
I'll go talk to her.
The living take precedence. We should search for survivors while investigating the pikes.
Good idea. Gotta help these Meridian priests. I know I said I didn't like Meridia, but despite their beliefs, they still need help. Yeah, they're badly injured.
I wanted to help the others, but Meridia's words came to me as the storm struck. Every life bears responsibility for itself. Well, I made sure I was responsible for my own life, just as the priests teach us.
I guess, but still, if you can help others, why not do so?
Priest Bavian was so brave. She led us to this cave and safety. But those noises outside, what did the storm bring with it, I wonder?
When the storm struck, we ran for our lives. It was unnatural, evil. Still, I'm alive, praise Meridia.
So this is Priest Bavian?
Another pilgrim seeking shelter from a storm? No, you don't appear to be a pilgrim. What brings you here?
I met a priest outside. He said you needed assistance.
Even in our darkest hour, Meridia provides a light. We were on our way to see High Priest Varkor when the storm hit. I've never seen such power. It raged like a thing alive. I gathered who I could, but the others are still out there.
Where do you want me to look?
Start at the stables to the northwest. I saw Acolyte Yod, Priest Irena, and Roligmorth the Pilgrim seek shelter there. If you find them, send them back here. After that, meet me at the Pilgrim's Lodge to the west of the temple.
I'll look for the people you mentioned at the stables.
Look for Yod, Direna, and Roligmorth at the stables. Then meet me at the Pilgrim's Lodge. I will head there after I finish caring for these injured souls. Meridia's light shine upon you, good friend.
Tell me about Kilkreath Temple.
Kilkreath Temple provides a safe haven for the priests and pilgrims of Meridia. At least it did, before this terrible storm struck. The Lady of Light has always protected us. Why today should be different, I don't understand.
Tell me about the storm you experienced.
We were on our way to the temple for prayers when an oily black ichor roiled in the sky. The wind picked up and red streaks of lightning struck all around us. We barely made it to the safety of this cave. The storm abated. Then the sounds started.
What sounds?
Groans, shrieks, blood-curdling screams. It sounded like wild and feral beasts followed in the wake of the storm. I sent Priest Isofnir outside to keep watch, but I told him not to take any unnecessary risks. We're priests, not soldiers, after all.
Yeah. They would have been turned into blood fiends? No, not blood fiends, harrow fiends. Which are like vampires. and blood fiends, I guess. Are you in charge of the temple?
No, that honor goes to our High Priest Varkor. I am but her humble assistant. She is my mentor and my friend. After you find the others, I'll meet you at the Pilgrim's Lodge, and we can search for the High Priest together.
Okay. Hopefully they're still alive.
I could use your help to examine the strange pikes erected around the temple. Harrow fiends and vampires roam the area, making it difficult to get close. Hence the need for your assistance. You see, I'm not that confident in my combat prowess.
Okay, so let's go help these people. Pilgrims and priests. So this way. But yeah, me and Fenorian, we make a good team. They're dead? To one of the pikes.
An alchemical residue. That should prove useful.
It should. You're the alchemist here. You're the expert. Oh, a book. Travels around the Western Hole. Okay. By Inky Claws. Would that my shell siblings had come with me on this journey to the vast north, though on some days I do not blame them for choosing to remain in the tepid mud baths of Gideon. Western Skyrim and its dry skins are not accustomed to travellers from Black Marsh, it seems. However, they appear more receptive to my kind than they are to their eastern neighbours. Milk drinkers, they say, and spit on the ground. What a waste of perfectly good Riam. I assumed Western Skyrim was nothing but ice and rock, but there is much variety to be found in the different holds, as they call them, even if their names are odious to those without round tongues. Hafinger serves as the skull in the headdress in Western Skyrim, if Western Skyrim might be thought of as such finery. Icy winds from the Sea of Ghosts blast the land and much of its barren coastline, but there is a safe harbour where the Hold's rivers meet the sea, and astride it sits the city of Solitude. If Hafinger is the skull in the headdress, then Solitude is the Uxu bean in the skull. A Nord's idea of a metropolis, to be sure, with little in the way of flowers or scent worms or warm mud springs to relax in. Still, this one enjoyed some comforts from across Tamriel. Smuggled through the port, for apparently the people here discourage open trade with outsiders. I intend to travel with a caravan from Solitude to Ossinia, but the accent of these Nords confound me so much that I ended up on a cart bound for another of Western Skyrim's holds. This one they call Hjalmarch. When I saw it, I was, for the first time on my journey, woeful to be gone from home. Its bogs and marshes, though draped with frost, remind me of the fetid quagmires of Black Marsh. The crannogs and mud huts of this place are pale imitations of those found in my homeland though, and they extract so little sustenance from the fertile rot. They state themselves mostly with fishing and trapping, and think nothing of the fermenting roots basking in the brine beneath their feet. I sought to evangelize the locals of Mothal, the Hold's capital, but to no meaningful effect. Alas, I did find that their sodden log houses make excellent breeding grounds for termite grubs. I am drying some as I write this to make snacks for the village juveniles. My plans to reach Orsinium thwarted, I decided that I may as well visit the third of Western Skyrim's halls, Kasalla they call it. Though these nods also speak of the village of Carthwatch, already I have been confused between the two, and each time I see the local dryskins look at me as though I erected the spine of jubilation. At the bone feast, Sithis take me. This far from the frozen sea of ghosts, this hold features the best weather to be found in Western Skyrim. The crags, however, rip through the ground and make planting haphazard at best. Though barren, this land remains a battleground between the Nords of Western Skyrim and the stick-loving rich folk to the south. My visit to Carthwatch, could they truly think of no other name size than the River Carth? The Hold's main settlement was memorable. Arrayed like a fortress upon stone bluffs, its mission was to watch over Western Skyrim's neighbours to the south. This entire hold was only recently egg-hatched within the last few years, I am told, though I only refer to its boundaries on the map. The dryskins here have a deep and profound attachment to the land, with some clans living here for generations. They seem suitable for the role of protecting their homeland, to be sure. Tomorrow I finally take a cart that I have thrice confirmed is bound for Orsinium. My time in Western Skyrim, while not exactly profitable, has been an education. One I will eventually share with my Shell siblings in Gideon. Interesting. Nord accents aren't that hard to understand. At least for me. So, is there someone in here?
What happened to this poor woman? She looks distraught.
Someone's dead. Meridian medallion. The priest's eyes stare blankly and she doesn't respond to your greeting. Is she alright? Maybe not. Don't think she's alright, Fenorian. So the stable master's house.
Why has Meridia forsaken me?
Keep calm. We mean you no harm.
Don't be afraid. We're here to help.
High Priest Vakor will find me. Meridia will save me. When things are darkest, her light shines the way. Please don't eat me.
Priest Barvian sent me. I'm here to help.
Priest Barvian? Where's High Priest Vakor? Did those horrible creatures get her? We hid in the stables, but then Priest Arena changed. That's when I ran in here.
Go meet Priest Barvian and the others in the cave to the southeast. I'll check on Priest Irina. She wasn't okay. Loot. Because it's not stealing. Still no plans. Okay. She did kind of change, but not fully. I think she's like half stuck. She's not a Harrow Fiend, but she's not herself. If that makes sense. It's a vampire. Another witch pike?
It's depleted. Just ordinary sticks and rope now. Interesting.
That it is, Fenorian, that it is. So, find another pilgrim. This is an interesting looking house. Would be nice to have a house like this.
Divina, please, wake up!
No visible damage despite its proximity to the eye of the storm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like a house like this. It's interestingly shaped. So Priest Bavian's here. Yeah, it's like they're half... So they're stuck between the transformation.
Acolyte Ivina can't hear me. She's standing right here, but she's gone.
That acolyte is just like Priest Irina at the stables.
Is this what would have happened to all of us if I hadn't gotten the others into the cave? I tried to heal Ivina, but Meridia's light had no effect. But what was that about Priest Irina and the stables?
I found the people you sent me for. Your jolt is safe. Rolling Moth is dead, and the other...
Is like poor Ivina. We must find High Priest Varkor. If anyone is powerful enough to cure this unnatural ailment, it will be her. Meridia willing. We'll find the High Priest and everyone else safe in the temple.
Let's hope. Let's head to the temple. I doubt the High Priest is alive.
Let's look for more witch pikes. The more I can learn, the better chance I have of understanding the nature of this ritual.
Yes. You're the arcane expert here.
We need to find High Priest Varkor. Let's head to the temple.
I have to get one more witch pipe first. Hold on.
Can you feel the lingering energy? That's Daedric, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's not good.
Daedric? Do not think to blame Meridia for this, vampire.
She knows he's a vampire. There's more than one Daedric prince.
These depleted witch pikes expended a lot of power to summon the Harrow Storm. Now they're just ordinary sticks, but even in this state, they tell us much about the ritual that flowed through them.
Remind me, what did we learn by examining the depleted witch pikes?
I'm sure now that the pikes play a significant role as focal points for the storm ritual. The prepared pikes are depleted as the ritual runs its course, but I sensed lingering energy, including a Daedric taint. And we found an intriguing residue.
What's the significance of the residue?
It's the remains of an alchemical poultice that was spread over the pikes. Smells like rotting fungus, doesn't it? With a little study, I should be able to identify each ingredient in its makeup. Then I can begin to understand the ritual.
Should we take a closer look at the temple now?
One other thing I want to check first. I noticed the pilgrims leading a cart away from the temple right before the storm hit. Coven members could have tried to slip away among the innocents. The cart should be along the road south of the temple.
Let's go check on the pilgrims. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the temple. And where's the temple? There, and then check on the pilgrims first. I like how both these quests, they like work alongside each other, which is good. We need more quests like that that are designed that way. So the pilgrims, they half changed as well.
Strange. They're alive but unresponsive. Check the crates and see if they contain the smuggled items.
Maybe... Maybe they're nearing getting the ritual to be a success, which is why they're half like that. Okay.
Did you find anything of interest in the crate?
The crate was empty except for some dust and ash.
I can't believe anyone knowingly involved would have let themselves be exposed to the storm. Perhaps the pilgrims were tricked into transporting the crate. Or maybe it was slipped into their cart.
Should we check on the temple now?
Yes, of course. Though I fear what we may find there. The temple was clearly at the center of the storm. Regardless, there's still a lot we don't know about the effects of this ritual. Observing the target area could offer new insights.
Yeah, let's head to the temple now. Okay. Oh yeah, there's Meridia's statue. Let's go investigate. This is the temple? I thought it would be like an actual temple. Not just a statue. Like a building. Actually, I think this is the place in Skyrim where we got her sword. Like we got shot up into the sky. Which sometimes bugged out and you'd fall to your death. Ah, Skyrim, good times, good times. Divines and the Nords. Nord religion has taken a number of interesting turns over the centuries. Our earliest beliefs were thought to have originated in Atmora and resolved around the worship of animal totems. These animals, dragon, hawk, she-wolf, snake, moth, owl, whale, bear and fox, seem to correspond to the 8 divines plus Lorcan. Later the dragon rose to prominence and gave rise to the dragon cult. It was either during or soon after the move to Tamriel that the dragon cult became more malevolent and forced its will throughout the land. It took the dragon war to overthrow the dragons and their priests, but that's a tale for another time. Eventually the animal totem gods transformed into the 8 gods we worship today. We call them by their true names: Alduin, the dragon; Kine, the hawk; Mara, the she-wolf; Dibella, the snake; Stun must be the moth; Junel, the owl; Orki, the whale; and Shaw, the bear? So who's the fox? We understand that our gods are as cynical as the world itself. So we also remember the dead gods Shaw and Sun, who fought and died to bring about the current world, the hearth gods, Kine, Mara, Dibella, Stun and Junel, who watch over the present cycle, and the twilight god Alduin, who ushers in the next cycle. Add to those our so-called testing gods, who we do not worship but instead guard against to protect the hearth. Those including Orki, Moloch and Herma-Mora. When the Imperials arrived, they brought with them their southern religion and worked to unify the worship of the 8 divines. That's how we got this wonderful temple of the divines that graces our fair city of Solitude. We agree with the general notion that there are 8 gods more or less, but we view them quite differently and call them by different names. Our temple has adjusted to the needs and desires of the current rulers time and again, yet we have grown used to some of the more prominent imperial nations and practices, even though we no longer find ourselves beholden to the Ruby Throne. Not yet, anyway. Probably our biggest difference relates to the head of the Pantheon. We Nords consider Kyne as the leader of the gods and find the imperial fascination with Alduin, who they call Akatos, to be both perplexing and mildly disturbing. We work diligently to keep Alduin asleep, while our southern neighbours try time and time again to get his attention. Which is why I begin every service in the temple with a prayer to praise Alduin, O great god of time, followed by a prayer to keep him at bay. May your slumber stretch on for 1,000 generations. Yeah. For a time. For a time. Oh, so the temple's over here. So many dead indeed.
These are temple priests and pilgrims. It seems the storm killed them.
Does seem. So let's go in.
Monsters in this holy place. We need to find the temple priests.
Where did Fëanorian go? Where did Fëanorian go? Oh, I had to talk to him. How dare you feed off of me? Hold on. We'll talk to Fëanorian. There he is.
I'll need to perform more tests. But from what we've seen, I believe the storm affects mortals in 3 distinct ways. It kills them, transforms them into harrow fiends, or leaves them mindless. I suppose I'd say it harrowed those poor pilgrims.
So what do we do next?
Head to the temple and help Bavian. See what else you can learn inside. I'd accompany you, but Meridia doesn't approve of my kind, and I'd rather not get on her bad side. In the meantime, I'll finish up out here.
Okay, what else do you need to do out here?
I'll take samples from the harrow fiends, and try to determine how the storm killed these people. Later we can retrieve my alchemical equipment from where I hid it so I can analyze the residue. I didn't want to carry fragile instruments into danger.
I want to help Fëanorian though. No, I'll help Bavian now. Alright, I'll help Bavian and return for you soon. Stay safe, Fëanorian.